What is good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode from the League FFB. Today, we are going to be talking the NFL running back landscape. I have a good exercise. I did take it from Ryan McDowell, so I do want to give credit to Ryan McDowell. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at the free agent running backs. We're going to be looking at the rookie running backs and then current NFL running back situations. And we're going to be drafting players to each situation. I got War here with me today. He's going to join me. We're going to go back and forth. And we're going to do it. But I feel like it's just better if I just show you guys. I don't want to waste any time. So let me get War up in here and we could talk that. So what's good, War? How you doing?
Good, man. Living a life. Living a life.
Living a life. I see the trophy behind you, man.
Yeah, man. It's back there. I mean, it's kind of not mine anymore, but hey, until I don't have it, so be it.
Fair enough. All right. Well, let me share my screen. We do have this drafting the NFL running back landscape. I wish I could make this bigger on the screen, but this is just the way it's going to have to be. So hopefully it ends up being fine for people. But I'll let you get the first pick, man. Who do you want? Where do you want them? You can pick them as the running back 2. You can pick them as the running back 1. Really, it's up to you. The world is yours.
So I'm gonna start off with Miami, and I actually
Okay.
think that Miami, and this is like me not even knowing the cap situation by heart. I only know about the Bears cap situation and the
Yeah,
Falcons.
it's all
Um,
good.
Josh Jacobs, Miami is what I'm thinking. I'm gonna go with there.
All
I
right.
think
Well,
that
let's
that
go
would be.
Josh Jacobs, running back 1. So why do you think he's going there?
It just feels like a good fit. Like I can't name one of the Dolphins running backs, um, and since I'm pretty sure I've got an idea of where you're going to put the next player, I think because that player is not going to be available, I think that Josh Jacobs will be the next best thing, and I think that Miami has a glaring need at running back.
Yeah, and I think you're hinting at the pick that I think you're trying to bait me into, or what you're just about to bait me into. But it's going to be Saquon going back to New York.
Yeah.
Um, yep. So I'm going to take Saquon. I think he ends up getting that deal that he wants with the New York Giants. So I am going to put him there as the RB1 for the Giants.
What I'm going to go with next, which honestly, I think I might have stolen it from you. I think I'm going to put Bijan in Philadelphia. I'm going to put him in Philadelphia. I
Okay,
think that's
and
going to
you're
happen.
you're putting him as the RB1, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna take him there. We'll bump Kenny Gainwell down to RB2 for now. Um, I'm gonna go um, Tony Pollard, and I'm gonna send Tony Pollard to. I'm gonna send him to Atlanta, uh, and I'm gonna have him start over Tyler Algier.
Interesting. I could see that happening.
I think if he doesn't get signed by, or if Dallas doesn't tag him, and he hits the free agent market, he could be one of the highest paid running backs in his class. And Atlanta has a ton of cap space, and I think they want to run the ball. But they've shown that they want to run the ball, and this might be the guy to go get.
Okay, okay. So for my next pick here, just kind of piggybacking off of what you just did there, since Tony Pollard is not going back to Dallas, we're going to take Gibbs and we're going to send him to Dallas because Ezekiel Elliott is getting cut.
Okay. And you said Zeke's going to get cut. So that means we're going to add Ezekiel Elliott to the free agents. So he's free to sign wherever he wants to go. I think for me, I want to take, and this is why I said sorry earlier, but this is what I'm going to end up doing for you, War. I think Monty ends up getting a short 1 or 2 year deal and he comes back to Chicago. So I am going to take David Montgomery, put him there.
Yeah, you could actually just cut Ebner out of there completely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets cut in the offseason.
So I'm going to bump Herbert back down to that RB2. Your guys' backfield is going to stay the same for next year.
You know what, though? Just to throw a little something on there, I honestly think there is a chance that Herbert is the lead back and Monty is the backup. I think that's in play for
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
And
Fair
just
enough.
have Monty on like some short yardage stuff, and yeah, I could see that.
And while you're thinking about it, I do want to mention why this exercise is helpful. And it's just a lot of us as Dynasty fantasy football players, we're looking at these rookies and we're super excited about them. We have all these rookie picks and we're like, okay, these are mystery boxes. We don't know what's going to happen. We also have our free agent market where some people have been holding Kareem Hunts, the Jamal Williams, the Alexander Madisons, and thinking like, oh, they're about to go get a situation that's going to be beneficial to them. This is an exercise to show you this is kind of how it's going to play out in the NFL. And maybe these guys that you thought had super beneficial situations, maybe more variables or more things need to happen for them to actually get that. So this is just our attempt at simulating what's happening this offseason. And it's for fun. It's not going to be super perfect. This is definitely not how it's going to go completely to a T. So it is just a good exercise that way. But with that being said, do you have your pick?
Yes. And this is just like I thought of this while you were talking. I want to take Miles Sanders.
Okay.
And I actually want to put him in Kansas City in place of
Ooh.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire. But
Does that bumps Pacheco to the RB2 though,
think
right?
no, honestly, I think that's going to be a training camp competition. Have them battle it out, and then they'll decide who the running back's going to be. So I mean, it could be like I think it's going to be an absolute timeshare.
Okay. I'm gonna take Zach Charbonnet, and I'm gonna send Zach Charbonnet to Detroit. And he is gonna play that powered complementary piece to DeAndre Swift with the hope that Sharbs takes over the backfield next year when Swift leaves.
So with my next move, I'm actually going to take Ezekiel Elliott,
Okay.
and I'm going to make him a Las Vegas Raider.
The starting running back, huh?
Yeah.
And we'll take Zamir and bump Zamir down. I'm gonna stick with the rookies. I don't know how high I have him on my board yet. I will say that I like him almost as much as I like Zach. So he's in the upper echelon, probably a top 5 back for me in this class. I'm gonna go Kendre Miller. I'm gonna send him to Tampa Bay to play with Rashad White. And he's going to be a good complementary piece to White just on his play style. He runs hard as hell. He's strong, a little bit of a bigger back. I mean, he's gonna replace Leonard Fournette pretty easily in that offense.
I got a crazy one for you, and it's a player that's not even on there because he lost his job on another team. I'm going to take Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and I'm actually going to put him as an insurance signing behind Alvin Kamara for the Saints.
Okay, I'm gonna take Sean Tucker out of Syracuse. Of those top 5 running backs, this guy would be the last of that top 5. So for me, it's Bijan, Gibbs, and then whatever order it's going to be Charbonnet, Kendre Miller, and Sean Tucker. That's probably going to round out my top 5. And I'm going to take Sean Tucker, and I'm going to throw him here in Cincinnati to back up Joe Mixon. It's getting hard now, huh?
Yeah, it is. I'm
Because
going
you
to
got to
take.
start deciding who you're cutting and who you're not.
I'm actually going to take Kareem Hunt and make him Damon Pierce's backup in Houston.
I'm going to take Devon A-Chain out of Texas A&M. He's fast. He's a good receiving back. There's going to be some questions about size at the combine, but I think he's athletic and talented enough that it shouldn't matter. I'm going to have him back up James Conner this year.
Oh, let's take P. Ryan since he's still out there, and let's have him back up Saquon as a Giant.
Alrighty. This is going to be a later pick, and this isn't going to be sexy, and this is probably going to piss some people off because I'm going to take a running back that's lower on probably most people's running back boards. Because I think if you were asking the general public right now, take Bigsby, Zach Evans, those two are probably the highest ADP right now. But I'm going to go with Tajay Spears. I've been talking about him for weeks. This dude had 1,800 yards and 21 touchdowns last season for Tulane. He's an all-around back. I think he's going to perform fantastic at the combine here in the next day or so. And I'm going to put him backing up Josh Jacobs here in Miami.
I would like to take Leonard Fournette, and I want him backing up Austin Eckler.
You want him to back up Austin Eckler?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I mean, Spiller didn't impress. I think we spoke about this yesterday off camera. Spiller didn't impress exactly.
No.
And I think that considering that the Chargers are a winning team, I can see them signing a veteran who has a Super Bowl and putting him behind Eckler. I mean, it doesn't mean it's not like Spiller's going to get cut from the team. It's just that I think the Chargers are ready to roll now, and Eckler isn't going anywhere. Why not add a guy who could, get the tough yards and just have Eckler out there preserving Eckler even more?
I'm gonna go somewhere else, and we talked about this on our live stream yesterday. I just love the fit, man. I think it's a high probable chance that it happens, but Alexander Mattison is going to end up in Denver backing up Javonte Williams, or I guess you could say starting over Javonte Williams until he gets healthy and then backing him up. But I think Alexander Mattison gets over to Denver.
You know what? So I told you, full disclosure to everybody, I did not dive deep into the running back draft yet. But what I do like the idea of is taking one of the top rookies, and we'll go with Bigsby. Let's take Bigsby, and let's say that Carolina drafts him to be the starting running back for Carolina. Okay. Have him in a little timeshare or a camp competition with Chuba Hubbard.
I'm going to take – oh, man, I just don't think that this is what happens because of who we already have going there to start. But I want to do it, so I'm going to do it anyways. I'm going to take Roschon Johnson, and I'm going to have him back up Jahmyr Gibbs here in Dallas. And that gives them a reset of the running back position. They can still continue to do that 1-2 punch that they've been doing, and it's cheap.
Okay, so I got a little crazy one for you. And I feel like after this, we could kind of just lock down running back one. I'm going to take Evans. I'm taking another rookie.
Okay,
because I see a vulnerable situation here in the running back ones. Let's take him and let's put him as the lead back for the LA Rams. I still.
You think Cam Akers stays?
That thing would, I don't know, man. Honestly, no. We could take him off too because I honestly don't think he's going to be there. That whole thing, that whole situation, that between him and him and the coach and him getting benched and then him and then
demanding a trade and doing the other stuff.
Yeah, that's just not going to go away out of nowhere. I think they were professionals and finished out the season, but I definitely could see a situation where Cam Akers isn't there and they draft a rookie to start there. and then sign a backup.
This guy's a stud, Kenny McIntosh. I'm gonna take him. I'm gonna replace Ty Chandler. I'm gonna put Kenny McIntosh as the backup for the Vikings.
Okay.
He's gonna replace Madison.
So I want to put a guy out there that's a burner. Now the problem with him is that sometimes he's a burner, but he'll burn up the knees, burn up. I'm gonna put Raheem. You already were going towards him. Raheem Mostert, and I'm gonna replace Kyron Williams. Get a nice veteran back there to back him up. Just reshape the entire Rams backfield.
He worries me. I'm talking about Deuce Vaughn. Deuce Vaughn worries me a little bit because he is small, like small, dude. Like Darren Sproles, small. Deuce Vaughn is 5 foot. He's listed as 5'5", 170 pounds. And I think he'll measure in maybe a little bit taller than that. I hope he's not 5'5". That would be horrific for fantasy football. But I'm gonna take Deuce Vaughn. He is a hell of a receiving back out of Kansas State. And I'm gonna take Deuce Vaughn and I'm gonna put him behind Jonathan Taylor.
Oh man, you know what? The more you spoke about Deuce Vaughn, the more I was like, man, he will be exactly what the Bears need.
Yeah.
And I just big time factor in. I think with assistant GM Ian Cunningham coming from Philadelphia, I think that they're definitely looking for a Darren. I think, and also can't forget. I also think they're missing something without that Tariq Cohen type guy.
Well, Deuce
And
Vaughn.
neither Montgomery or Herbert are good receiving backs. So I could see that being a good fit.
He's just so little, man.
Yeah, man.
He's smaller than my wife, dude. Like, he's smaller than my wife, bro.
So,
but my wife can't run a 4.3.
Not many people can. Dude, I'm going to take Jamal Williams because I can't leave him there.
I was waiting to see where he went, man.
And I'm going to have him back up Kenneth Walker.
Okay. Respectable.
I think it's clear that something needs to happen with Hassan Haskins because I don't think the Titans they're not going to take.
You want to know what I think should happen here?
I think I got an idea. We'll see.
I think we should be looking at one of 3 players to go back up Derrick Henry. And it should be Damian Harris, Rashad Penny, or Cam Akers.
Yep. Yeah.
So which of the 3 do you want to throw out there?
I'm going to take the one that has the highest ceiling. I would probably put Cam Akers there.
Okay.
And I'm just going to with the idea that the stuff that happened, you know, the whole weird situation, it was just like a little minor setback.
I'm going to take Devin Singletary. I'm going to replace JaMychal Hasty.
I love it because I like the idea. And I think like this in terms too. Sometimes I like the idea of having a starter where the backup is decent, but he's not decent enough to where the starter feels like he can replace him. I'm going to take Damian Harris and I'm going to make him the backup to Nick Chubb.
Ooh, I love it. Because I feel like they play pretty damn similar.
Yeah.
Now it sucks because I have been stashing Jerome Ford in some leagues because I hope that maybe he gets some burn, but okay. Well, it looks like we have 4 spots that we think could be replaced. So let's address these 4 last spots, and whoever gets left off the list is left off the damn list. Like, that's just the reality of the NFL. There's only that many spots to go around. If you don't get one, it's over, man. So
can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Can we just, and I think if we agree on it, we agree on it. I think we could kind of eliminate Drake and Robinson right now.
I would also say we could almost eliminate Jeff Wilson.
I was on the fence about that one, but yeah, we could eliminate him too. So
Okay.
let's take Penny and let's have him back up. Oh, it's a 1 or 2. It's between. Yeah, let's have him back up, Ramondre. Let's do it.
I hope I didn't force you into that pick, but
No, you didn't. I was looking at Hines, but the reality is, I'm going to see what you're going to do, and I'm going to go based on that.
Okay. Well, I just felt like Penny fit. He kind of easily replaces Damian Harris, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They're just similar players, so I just felt like it fit well. And then for me, man, I'm gonna be honest. I don't want any of these 3 free agents over any of those 3 spots. So unless you have one that you want to place, I'm good.
So the Bears front office is
You
Ryan
want somebody going to
Poles.
the Bears?
Yeah, it's Ryan Poles from
Okay.
Kansas City, Ian Cunningham, who will be a GM for somebody after this season. He was offered the Cardinals job, turned it down, and he interviewed for the Titans job. Those 2 franchises will be very familiar with McKinnon and Boston Scott. I think McKinnon. You know what? Let's let McKinnon. I'd rather have McKinnon since this is my choice. I would rather put McKinnon there. But you see scenarios as well. Well, let me ask you this: Nyheim Hines, Frank Reich wasn't the coach when he got traded, right?
No, I don't think so.
So in a scenario where Hines gets cut, could you see Hines joining the Carolina backfield with Bigsby? That would be a nice, based on what you said about Bigsby.
I'm gonna do something
that would
for
be a
you.
nice
I'm gonna do
1-2
something for
punch.
you. Look, Hines, just for the sake of this video, man, Hines is gonna get cut. He's gonna join this backfield. I don't think he's gonna necessarily take over. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually go in and I'm gonna make my own selection here. And I'm going a little off script. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm gonna go get my own guy, and I'm gonna go. We're gonna have to make this blue because I'm taking a rookie, man, and I'm putting a rookie behind James Cook, and I'm gonna go with Israel Abanikanda out of Pittsburgh, and I just think adding another young, he's not gonna take a bunch of high draft capital and putting another guy. James Cook is a really good receiving back. Abanikanda is just quick, man. He's going to run a quick 40. I think it's a good 1-2 punch there in Buffalo, and they didn't really go and get a guy in our free agency thing, so let's give him a rookie and let's give him a Abanikanda. Huh. But I think we're good, man. Do you?
I think we're good. Foreman's kind of lonely out there.
Sorry, buddy.
look, he's lonely out there. Let's put Foreman in Washington. since I think we agreed that they have to do something.
Yeah. And how about we do this, bro? Because we took him off, I didn't add him back. But Boston Scott, let's send him to Indy. He's going to follow Shane Steichen from Philly and go over there. So we'll do that, and that'll wrap it up. But let's go through and let's just talk these backfields again. And I'm just going to go through and quickly summarize them. But Arizona, they're going to go with James Conner and Devon Achane. Atlanta's going to go with Tony Pollard and Tyler Algier. Baltimore is going to go with J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards. No changes there in Baltimore for us.
Typical.
Yeah. Buffalo is going to go with James Cook and Israel Abanikanda. Carolina is going to go with Tanks Bigsby, and they're going to end up bringing in Nyheim Hines to complement Chuba Hubbard. Monty resigns in Chicago, and they add Jerick McKinnon with Khalil Herbert in the backfield. Joe Mixon stays in Cincinnati. They add Sean Tucker in the draft. Nick Chubb is going to be complemented by Damian Harris. Jahmyr Gibbs becomes the starting running back for the Dallas Cowboys and is paired with other rookie running back Roshan Johnson. Denver's going to have Javonte Williams and Alexander Madison. Detroit will have DeAndre Swift and Zach Charbonnet to replace Jamal Williams. Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon, it's going to stay the same there. Damian Pierce is going to be complemented by Kareem Hunt. Jonathan Taylor gets Deuce Vaughn and Boston Scott. Travis Etienne gets Devin Singletary to pair with him. Isaiah Pacheco and Miles Sanders battle it out in camp for the starting running back position. Austin Eckler gets Leonard Fournette to take that old school Melvin Gordon role from him. And then we got Zach Evans as the starting running back for the Los Angeles Rams, paired with Raheem Mostert. Ezekiel Elliott goes to the Raiders and starts over Zamir White. Josh Jacobs is a Miami Dolphin, paired with Tajay Spears out of Tulane. Dalvin Cook remains the Minnesota Vikings starting running back and gets Kenny McIntosh to replace Alexander Madison. Ramondre Stevenson is the starting running back for the New England Patriots and gets Rashad Penny. Alvin Kamara gets Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Saquon gets Samaje Perine there in New York. And then Breece Hall and Michael Carter, nothing changes. Bijan Robinson goes to the Philadelphia Eagles and starts over Kenny Gainwell. Najee Harris and Jaylen Warren, nothing changes. Kenneth Walker gets Jamal Williams to pair with him in Seattle. Christian McCaffrey and Elijah Mitchell, nothing changes. Rashad White gets Kendre Miller in Tampa. And then Derrick Henry gets Cam Akers to back him up. Brian Robinson and Antonio Gibson remain the same, but they get the
Dante.
pitiful Deontay Foreman. They get they got the pity pick with Foreman there for the last of it. But let me just ask you this, War, before we hop on out of here. Of these backfields, which of these backfields would you be the most excited about?
The Bears. No, I'm joking. Honestly, I'm going to go with Bijan and Gainwell.
It would be fantastic for fantasy.
Yeah. That Miami backfield doesn't look too sloppy either.
No, that Miami backfield doesn't look bad at all. I would be very excited about I do like that Arizona backfield with Connor and A-Chain, but I think I would be the most excited about Zach Charbonnet as the potential successor to DeAndre Swift. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And if you guys want to support the show, go ahead and like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. And if you really do want to support us, go ahead and join that Discord, man. We got a Discord over there. We talk fantasy football in it every single day. If you do want to be a part of the trade shows, that is where you have to post your trades to have them reviewed. And so all of that good stuff goes there. We notify you for videos, all that other stuff. So you get direct access to me. I'll help you out. I was helping somebody out today. He was asking me about some trade advice. I was helping him on there. So if you guys want direct access, join that Discord. And we'll see y'all in the next video. So peace out, man.